Hey everybody, Arizona Kid here. Today we are doing a video on Starknightmt. They sent me out a seat cover, and this seat cover, I think I'll drop it in right now of what it looks like if you go to purchase it. I'll show you that real quick. Now you've seen that, you kind of get an idea of what it costs and what we're looking at. It will be a cover that covers the bottom, the back, and even these little headrest things right here. So let's just get to it, I guess. I kind of looked at it a little bit. It does come with instructions on it. Pretty good instructions, actually, it looks like. Once again, Starknightmt always has really good instructions. The only thing, reading it, the instructions real quick on it, it did make a statement, and it's literally here in big red. We suggest you remove the seat from your vehicle. It will be helpful for the following steps to install it. Now, on this Honda Pioneer 700, the bottom seat obviously is really easy to come up. It just pulls right up. It's really simple. The back seat, now I've taken it off before, or tried to, and it has bolts in the back, and one of mine was stripped out. Now that's obviously not something about Starknightmt or nothing. That's a Honda thing, that it stripped out, so I couldn't get the seat off. And yeah, so I'm not going to take that off, but looking at how these are installed, I don't know why you'd have to take that off, because you can get to the back of it really easy, and I guess I'll show you that when I install it. But obviously the bottom has to come up to install it, but I don't think you have to take your back seat off, but we'll find out. But I really don't think you have to. So yeah, let's get to it a little bit. This is one of the headrests that comes out of it right here, and it's, you know, I picked well, it's sent me out, it's like a camo color. It doesn't necessarily match the camo. I don't know if you can see that or not. It doesn't really match the camo, but it'll be dark enough. I think it's good. Now, everybody's going, well, why did you maybe even want to try this? You know, what's the benefits of it? And, you know, let me grab you and pull you in a little bit, and then we can go from there. So, you know, the question would be, what's the benefit of it? You know, your seat here, this machine stays covered. I mean, I know it doesn't have the hard top, it has a rag top, and you get a hard top, but nevertheless, this machine stays pretty darn covered. And these seats only see sunlight when I am riding it, and I don't ride it as much as probably the everyday guy. If you went and bought this as a utility vehicle, oh, and this gives you a better close-up of that color, but now you can kind of see that it's a different camo, but nevertheless, it's still camo. But I guess got off on a tangent there, sorry. But if you are out working and you're constantly getting up and on this machine, I mean, I already started seeing it myself. You start seeing like a wear mark, you know, and then a rub mark, you know, and this cover can serve two purposes. Number one, it can help keep your seat from wearing. Okay, well, let's say now you might have a seat that is all worn and it is wore down, and you might start getting what happens is these fake plastic, they're not leather, they're just vinyl. I mean, every ATV seat will do it, and there's always ATV covers even. It'll start to crack, especially in Arizona and in any climate really. But if you have cracked seats, instead of spending the money that could be, you know, $300 just for this bottom seat, you can go get this a lot more inexpensive and just cover your seat, and will look great. So it's two purposes, you know, to cover damage already and to make your seat last even longer before it gets holes in it, or to prevent that from happening. But one of the big things is they asked me to do, and, you know, looking at the material here, if you look at how thick that is and what type of material it is, Starknightmt, they actually make and I have a video on it, they actually make a ATV cover, and I can't remember the type of material that it has like a name for it, but this feels like the same stuff. But they wanted me to kind of show that it is waterproof. So let's mess around with that a little bit, shall we? For fun. You know, a little water don't hurt anything. But I don't think that it will leak whatsoever. Sorry, trying to get you guys set up so I can use both hands to do this. But let's just take out a water bottle here. I'm gonna make it like it's a little, yeah, for sure. I mean, look how that even beads in there. It won't even absorb. Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that? Look at that water just sitting there. It's not even absorbing in the material. So if you're wondering if this seat cover will be waterproof as it says it is, yeah, definitely. So look at that. Didn't even go through. Perfectly dry. Dry as a whistle. So there's your answer if you're wondering if this is waterproof or not. They are. The big thing will be installing it and getting it installed. I might get a camera guy out here for us to do that, just so it will be a little bit easier for him to get close for us to do it. But yeah, let's get started on that. I might do the bottom seat first. I mean, what you guys are going, how do they get installed? The back of all of them seem, I hate that the light is changing because it's hot here in Arizona and I had to wait till the evening to do this. So hopefully the camera is gonna do good 4K so you can see. But the whole purpose is to kind of like, it almost like makes me think of like your bedding. Like if you were putting like a sheet on a bed, it's got like the wraparound, but then it's got this Velcro in the back to help keep it on. And I don't think I could do this with one hand, but that's kind of, yeah. So I need to get a camera guy so he can kind of show you and we can kind of do it 2 hands. But I don't want to do those back first. I'd rather do the bottom seat first. So let me go grab him. Be right back. Real quick, when you pull these 2 pieces out, one is the back and one is obviously the bottom. The back, and it says all this in your instructions, but the back, this has 2 Velcros, and then the bottom has 3 Velcros. So it has 3 Velcros. So we are doing the bottom. I did take the seat off like it says to on it. It does have, whoop, make sure I got this right. Yeah, so how the instructions show, it's windy, I don't want that to blow away. It shows that, so if we look at this, it has, I don't know if you can see that, like this lip looks different than that bottom lip. And this part that has this on the top actually would go towards the back, like your seat belt area. So you would obviously open the Velcros up. And once again, I hope this lighting is good enough. We're just outside in Arizona. The sun is still up. It's just, you can't do this in the middle of the day or I would be sweating bullets right now. We're in the hundreds here in Arizona. So, but it would just literally slide over like that. Like I said earlier, it reminds me of installation of maybe like putting a bed sheet on your bed. Other than it has Velcro. But that's what it should kind of remind you of. And it feels like it's going to be a pretty snug fit. Which is good. I'd rather have it snug than not snug. you guys are like, what's he doing? I'm kind of just playing with it a little bit, adjusting it. Kind of like you, like I keep using that as a thing to say. It's just like adjusting your bed sheet. You're just gonna keep adjusting it, getting it to where you feel is smooth and what you like, how it feels on it. Now flipping it around. So you'll have these rubber knobbies. That's the part with the straight. Once again, that's the front. The part with the back of the seatbelts has, you'll see, has a different flap, which makes sense because these knobbies here have to have this gap to go through. And then you're just gonna pull the Velcro tight. Pretty simple, guys. And then we're gonna proceed to put it back. Now I assume a lot of it, just like a sheet, this is gonna take time to kind of ease down and flatten out. That makes sense. All seat covers are the same way. So if someone's never had a seat cover, don't be deterred that it doesn't look like it's conforming perfectly, because it won't until it has time to heat up and flatten out. So the bottom's done. Let's walk over and look at the back. Once again, the back just has the two Velcros. Camera guy can follow me. Now I didn't look because this back of it also has like a little gouge there. I guess I should look to see how that goes on the instructions, to see if that is top or bottom on it. I don't know. I'm thinking it might be top. Yeah, I'm thinking that gouge might be the top. That this might be top, this little indentation. Let's go take a look. Now you'll have to lift your dump up to get back there, and that's probably why they're saying to take the seat off to put it on, because it's going to be, I don't know if my camera can see it. I mean, if you look up into there, it's going to be pretty intense to get this on without being to the back, especially the Velcro part of it. But that does make sense now why, you see, you can't see that. There's no way I would want to take that seat off, guys. I can't take it off. Mine literally has a stripped out bolt. But if you were wanting to take it out, I don't know if you can see that down there. There is two bolts on either side to take this back seat off. But I'm going to show you that you can do it without taking it off. Now, also up here in the middle, you see that right there? That is why it has that weird lip on the top. So that weird lip is the top. So I'm gonna give the camera back to my son, and let's try to get this on there, because if I can't get it on this way, I won't be able to put it on because I can't take my back seat off. Like I said, the bolt is literally stripped. So I'm not gonna say no one can do it if they want to. Like I said, it's literally just two bolts right here and two bolts right there, and then this whole seat would come off. So you can take it all the way off if you really wanted to. I just cannot. But the instructions are requesting that you do. But hey, if I can do it without taking off, then now you know it'll be your choice on which one you want to do. Do you want to take it off, or do you want to do it like I'm doing it? Stay there, camera guy. So it's kind of cool to see, and maybe start on MT can go like, oh wow, they can do it either way. They don't have to take the whole back off. But I think I see why they wanted you to. They're just worried about you being able to reach around the back to get that Velcro. I totally get why. It makes sense. But if you have a little bit of patience, as you can see, I'm getting it. You can get it on there without having to take all that off. What's that saying? Where there's a way, there's a will, or where there's a will, there's a way? I don't know. So honestly, guys, this is really easy to do it without taking the whole seat off. My advice would be just start putting it on there, and you'll see that it's just gonna go. I can even feel just where the Velcro is by hand without having to even go back there and look. Did that get it? Felt like it did. That got it, yep. So I just got to do the other side, guys, but that got it. And once again, it's going to be the same thing that you're gonna have to, you know, just be patient and wait for it to kind of flatten out. But you can definitely put it on without having to take the seat off. I'm gonna try to put one of those little headrests on, which I don't know if I'd want to keep those on. Your head, I mean, I think it's nice that they come with it, but your head's never gonna be touching this anyways. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep those ones on, but let's just show it anyhow. I'll keep the seat and the bottom and all that. I don't know. It's just my opinion, I guess. So I'll hand the camera back here. But once again, it's just like I was trying to say earlier. I tried to put this on. I was showing you guys that it was waterproof. And these are also scratch resistant, you know. Didn't think of saying that. Too bad I don't have like a knife with me or something, but can you see that? But I mean, you can sit here and let's put it down even here. And something tougher. You guys hear that? This is metal. Didn't harm it whatsoever. Now, I have pets, you know, and your dogs can, the rubber that's on these seats, they can scratch it and it won't rub off. It'll be a permanent scratch. Well, if you have this on your seat, it will keep you from scratching it with your animals, especially if you're a dog lover like I am, or you have hunting dogs, or if you have your machine on a dairy farm or a farm and you take your dogs all over on the side-by-side with you. This will help keep your seat from getting scratched. Now, I'm gonna say these don't look like it fits very well, which is shocking because everything else fit very well. It's like it's very on the edge of not going over. Interesting. But maybe they want you to take this off the machine too to get it around. Now, I would say, guys, that would actually probably be a good idea, even though it still just doesn't seem like it's the right, like it needs to be just like a tad bit bigger. But you would just pull the Velcro over once again, and it would look like that. Can you see that? It would look like that. And then you'd have your little headrests. So these you might have to take off to get this bottom lip to really go underneath. But it's really cutting it close. But yeah. Still, awesome material. Very durable. It's crazy. I got like nails right now, so I'm just like, does not scratch. I should go grab the big dog and bring the big dog out and show you guys that it won't scratch. I might do that here. But very easy to install, everybody. And I already showed you that they are readily available. Also, don't forget that I do have a discount code, and I'll put that in the description, Arizona Kid. And just the word, it can be separate or together, and it gives you, I believe, 12% off if you go to buy one. So keep that in mind also, and I'll put that in the description too. And a link, obviously, always a link. So yeah, let me get the bottom on and let's go grab the doggy. Why not? Let's just try to see what the dog does and how how her body touches it and all that. So we'll be right back. All right, guys, you see Big Dog here, my big golden hair on this. Obviously her nails, they're not gonna scratch your seat no more. She's liking it. You like it, Big Dog? Yeah, you like the seat? Yeah. So anyways, just want to guys show you that dog friendly, help keep the hair off your seat too. But I also said earlier in the video about this that I didn't know why you would maybe want this to be waterproof, but you would, because you don't want water to soak through your car seat and then, or car cover or seat cover, and then get underneath in between and not dry, and then it would mold, and that'd be pretty gross. So it's awesome that this is waterproof just for that reason. So looking at Big Dog smiling, and it's still 90 something degrees out here this afternoon. We're gonna get her inside so she doesn't get sick. And like I said, guys, link will be in the description, discount code will be in the description, and go buy one. You won't regret it. Right, Roxy? So keep the powder dry, everybody, and thanks for watching.